So welcome everyone, whether you are listening to this live or for the recording later. This is our second episode on recapping our Founder University experience. So whether you are a Founder University alumni or current student, feel free to join the conversation at any point of the live session. Or there's also a live chat where you can type your questions or comments. So I think the way I would do this is I will first maybe just give 5 to 10 minutes of my own experience recap for the past 2 weeks. And if anyone in the audience wants to join or after the live session, you can also just comment to share your experience from the Founder University. And also this is a very welcome space for advertising your own startup, no matter what stage it is at. So yeah, feel free to drop your startup name and web address as long as within the Founder University experience. So yeah, that's all. So I'll just do my quick recap. So what I've been building with Founder University is a social hub for international podcasters where they can launch and grow their first podcast show. So right now the function is pretty simple. If you go to the web address firstpod.xyz, the simple functions are just once you registered, you can submit your podcast show link or your podcast episode link. And there's no limitation to platforms there. So it could be Apple, Spotify, or even some whatever international platforms you have, as long as when people click the link, they can get access to the real podcast. And the another function is just other registered users. They can click on your podcast post and they can do a upvote action, just like the product hunt. So this is kind of similar to product hunt. Actually, product hunt, they did a podcast subdomain almost 5 years ago, but for some reason, they gave up that idea very quickly. One possible reason could be that, 5 years ago, the podcast business just wasn't as big as it is right now, and they probably want to focus all their energy on promoting new startups. But I feel like, after 5 years, the industry size has definitely doubled. So there's just a lot of opportunities for new podcasts. The obstacles are just that if you are small and starting, it's really hard to make yourself visible to the bigger audience. So my product is trying to just give more exposure opportunities for starting podcast, not just in US but also international. So I've been talking to a few starting podcast team friends, mostly through private, DM chats, and invite them to use my product. Right now, the feedback has been overall positive. I think my next step would just be to explore the actual business model, how I can help them make money, but also, make money for my own startup. And also I'm trying to improve the landing page. Like this past week, Founder University has been teaching us about how to build an attractive landing page. And I think the model they used is slightly different from what I have right now. Since my landing page is actually the product itself, where you can directly see the listing of people's posts and you can vote there. So I'm trying to still decide whether I should have a separate landing page to maybe give people more excitement and expectation. But that's definitely something I've been exploring. Yeah, so that's my weekly summary here. Hi, Delisha. If you want to share some of your experience, feel free to unmute yourself and talk.
Yeah, hey. So I'm an alumni. I was in cohort 1 of Founder University. And I'm stuck in traffic, so I thought I would see, what was going on in here and listen in while I'm just sitting here. What I'm working on is Shopple. And Shopple is a shopping search engine that allows you to search the entire shoppable web, add any product from any retailer into one cart, and then check out and only have one line item on your card statement, and then you can track and manage those purchases all in one place. I actually pivoted from what I was doing during my time in Founder University. I was working on a B2B, something similar, but it was a visual search API, basically. The retailers, e-commerce retailers, could plug into their website so people could search visually, like with an image on their site. Yeah, so this is what I'm doing. And since I pivoted, I'm kind of doing everything over again. I've been working on my landing page this week and coming up with a new marketing campaign to really get my startup out there and get people signed up and excited about it. So, yes.
Sounds great. Yeah, thank you for sharing. Just curious, maybe it's I'm a little bit slow at understanding. So, who will be the people on your website? And so is it like basically you're just like aggregating all the other shopping websites using their APIs, and you hope to just have like a one-stop experience for all the shoppers?
Yeah, so it's a search engine, just like Google. So we don't connect to any of the store's APIs. We have a web crawler that just goes out and collects that information and finds it for people. And so, anybody who's looking for a physical product to buy, you can just search for it. Whether you need a pair of jeans or a new couch for your house, maybe you need that little screw thing for your dishwasher, you can find it, on our website, and then you can put all of that stuff in a single cart and check out.
Awesome. Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, I definitely had the experience that, Amazon is probably good for like, I would say 80% of the stuff I usually want to buy. But yeah, once you really get into those like specific areas you're looking for, yeah, sometimes it just gets really disappointing. You have to go to a more like specialized shopping website or a physical location. So yeah, I think your idea would be very helpful for shoppers like me. Just curious, have you talked with any, like, whether it's potential users or potential people who want to list on your website, and have they provided any feedback? Or it doesn't have to be limited to users, could be just anyone has given you any feedback on this idea yet?
Yeah, so like I said, I recently pivoted. And so with my other idea, I actually ended up talking to about 300 people and about 50 or so retailers, which I kind of used that information to come up with this new idea, come up with my pivot. That's why I pivoted. And so since I pivoted, I've maybe talked to like 10 or 15 people to kind of get their feedback. And the number one feedback I get is like, why wouldn't I just, go to each individual website and check out and, not pay the fee? And I'm like, and, while that's good feedback, the truth is people are lazy. And so, once you do something that's convenient, you usually get hooked. So that's kind of my biggest obstacle is changing people's behavior so that they'll get into the behavior of doing this thing and paying for this service versus doing it themselves. But yeah, that's usually the biggest feedback that I've gotten. It's like, why would I pay?
Yeah, that totally makes sense. Yeah. So I guess just curious, like, I don't know if you are like allowed to share this or not, but are you using like the bubble to try to build the product? Or are you using maybe a more like advanced technical like stack for this?
Yeah, so I am building this with code, so I'm not using Bubble. I'm a technical founder, so I'm building it all from the ground up. Of course, I'm using some open source software and some out of the box like APIs to speed up development, but for the most part, I'm building proprietary software.
Okay, yep, sounds good. Yeah, I wish I had the coding skills for that. Yeah, but that's great. I think, yeah, building from scratch is very helpful, especially for like more advanced functions like, checkout. Because right now, like I've been using Bubble, but definitely find it hard to like just add anything like related to, actual transactions. Yeah, so definitely would love to have you back on the future episode when we talk more about the technical side of startup, like things like, integrating APIs or transactions, things like that.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So just to confirm, because I think I'll probably just share people's startup web address if they don't mind. So yours is tryshopo.com, right?
Yes, it is.
Great, got it. All right, yeah, thank you so much, Talisha, for joining, and also thank you everyone who listened to this episode. We'll definitely do another one very shortly, hopefully in 1 or 2 weeks, where we will talk about other aspects of building a startup. We'll probably just loosely follow the syllabus of the Founder University, so I will check that and post a room update very quickly. Yeah, so thank you everyone. Hope you have a good weekend, and we will talk to you all next episode. Thank you and bye-bye.